Well, Lincoln is fed up. Heads are starting to roll with his poor generals, although somehow McClellan still has a job. Hello and welcome to Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me as always is Prospector Johnny. And Johnny, this week, heads are going to roll. We finally got generals being ousted by Abraham Lincoln. Unfortunately, it is still
McClellan's gone.
Not McClellan. He has still not been relieved.
Then who?
So on the 24th...
If he let U.S. Grant go, I'm going to be
No, it's not U.S. Grant, Johnny. On the 24th, Abraham Lincoln requests that General Buell be replaced by General Rosecrans because Buell completely, totally screwed up the pursuit of Bragg after the Battle of Perryville. Which he did.
Right.
He did. He legitimately screwed that up.
No,
so
absolutely.
This isn't
so
a bad...
Buell didn't pursue.
Buell didn't pursue.
No.
He's been replaced by Rosecrans. That's
so
good.
Got fired. Yeah,
it's just
totally
if you're going to fire Buell for that, I can think of another guy that did worse that you might want to get rid of, that you still haven't gotten rid of.
That's also been pretty famous for. I'm pretty sure I've been getting upset at him not pursuing after what would have been a victory or could have been a victory or even going to the place and doing the damn thing. I'm pretty upset about McClellan for doing that all the time over the past, I don't know, 4.5 years. It seems maybe not quite that long.
Seems year would be more appropriate, but yes, it seems like 4. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, it seems like longer.
On the 25th, Lincoln is going to respond to McClellan's telegraph, speaking of McClellan, of his cavalry horses being tired with, and I quote, this might be the funniest thing I've read from Lincoln ever.
His horses?
McClellan's bitching about his horses being tired. Lincoln is going to respond to that with this telegraph, and I quote, "I have just read your dispatch about sore-tongued and fatigued horses. Will you pardon me for asking what the horses of your army have done since the Battle of Antietam that have fatigued anything?"
Oh, there it is. Yes. Also, you're fired.
But he doesn't
have been a better ending to that.
Yeah,
that's a good. It's a good burn.
McClellan's like, we had to
just jabbed it in him. Real good.
Which McClellan's like responding with, "My horses had to chase Stuart all over across the country, who we allowed to do all of his raping and pillaging without losing." I mean, he had one dude get hurt when he fell off his horse, but like no actual battle wounds or casualties. Yeah. So that was good.
Maybe his horses are tired on account of not having any exercise, and they just got fat.
Too much and got fat.
And now they're like, "Oh, I can't. I'm a horse, but I can't even run because I've literally just been standing around eating grass for the past year." Not moving.
Could be that one. Could be that one, Johnny. General Grant, U.S. Grant, is going to assume command of the 13th Army Corps in addition to the Department of Tennessee. So his army, his scope is just getting larger.
Give him everything.
Yeah, we should.
Now, as good a job as Lincoln's doing.
Yes, fantastic.
Maybe.
By the way, not criticizing anything Lincoln's doing.
Great,
we're just offering suggestions. Offering suggestions.
Yeah,
not critique.
Just maybe he takes a job as president, but acquiesces the job of commander-in-chief to U.S. Grant. That's all. Maybe. Yeah, it would lighten his plate a little bit.
Lighten his plate quite a bit. On the 26th of October here, Johnny, the Army of the Potomac is finally going to cross the Potomac, which they're named after, and enter into Virginia.
That makes sense, sure.
Where Lincoln is going to telegraph McClellan saying that he's rejoiced that the army is now moving. Finally, after like a month removed from
Lincoln takes the time to telegraph. "Oh, I'm so happy you're doing the thing that you're supposed to do."
Yeah.
You're doing it, yeah. Good job.
Bragg's
he, a
forces,
toddler?
Yeah, right. General Bragg's forces are now moving through Tennessee to Chattanooga out of Kentucky. So we are now official over. All the battles that we had, invasions of the Northern Territory, it's now over. We're washing our hands of it. Union won all those battles. Moving on, Lincoln is going to meet.
No need to have any fear of Confederates in the North again, right?
Hopefully, Lincoln is going to meet.
I mean, probably.
Probably. I mean, they tried it once and they failed. Why would they try it again? Lincoln is going to meet with English Quaker leader named Miss Eliza Gurney, where he's going to reportedly say, and I quote here, "If I had my way, this war would never have been commenced. If I had been allowed my way, the war would have been ended before this. But we find it still continues." And hey, Lincoln, again, not criticizing, offering points of suggestion. Maybe
yeah, sure.
Fire the people who have been responsible for this war continuing because they're not doing the job that you yourself are asking them to, in fact, do, a.k.a. McClellan.
Underperforming. Why would he bother meeting with a Quaker leader who Quakers, as I understand, are pacifists?
Yes, but they're also very prominent abolitionists, and being that Lincoln is pro-abolitionist, makes sense.
They're like, fine, I'm fine with you killing all these folks if you also free these other folks.
I think he's trying to reaffirm, look, the war wasn't my idea. I kind of got thrust into it. The war wasn't my idea, kind of thing.
It sounds to me like he's trying to play politics and just give a politician's answer that means nothing and is supposed to placate some people.
As the best politician we've ever had, Johnny.
Wait, nope. That's not what he's doing. I'm sorry. I was mixing this up with somebody else who did something a long time ago. It sounds to me like he is trying to save this country, as he should.
Very much so.
Here, Lincoln, very well done. Keep doing your thing.
As he should. Yes. On the 27th, 2 Confederate blockade runners are going to be captured, and supplies continue to dwindle for the Confederacy. This blockade, while people are able to run it to a degree, we are still catching people, so victory-ish. Take them while we can.
We'll take it. I guess we'll count it.
McClellan is going to continue.
It feels like we're padding the stats a little bit.
A little bit. He's going to continue to meander into Virginia on the 28th in a general eastwardly march east of the Blue Ridge into the general direction of Warrenton. His hope here is to flank Lee, but he is not moving with any speed, so I don't think Lee has
on account of he doesn't want to actually do it because he wants to show up late and be like, oh, well, I tried, but Lee was already beyond whatever.
Lee got there.
And I couldn't.
Lee is going to respond to this movement by sending Longstreet specifically southward out of the Shenandoah Valley to prevent himself from being flanked. But again, I don't think there's really any risk of this actually happening. On the 29th, Lincoln is going to write to McClellan again, saying that, and I quote, "I am much pleased with the movement of the army. When you entirely get across the river, please let me know. What do you know of the enemy?" To which point McClellan goes, "I don't know. I haven't crossed the river yet." His army started to cross, but he himself is still sitting on the Union side of the Potomac.
As a general should. Generals typically lead
the best generals
the way back. Yeah, way beyond. And also don't get any information from scouts that have gone forward to check out what's going on and then came back.
And if you get the enemy's battle plan, you just wad that up and you throw it in the dumpster because you think it's a mistake.
Oh, no, that's probably not real. Yeah, no.
It's cheating.
I'm not
cheating,
supposed
Johnny.
to see this. Oh, God. I'm not supposed to see it. It's confidential.
It's cheating. Traitor President Davis says he's going to wire the governor of Alabama because the situation there in Alabama has gotten so bad. He's going to say, and I quote here, "Our only alternatives are to abandon important points or to use our limited resources as effectively as the circumstances will permit." So, like, come on, Davis, at this point, you yourself have already seen the writing on the wall. Like, you've seen it. You've seen the writing on the walls. Like, you don't have the supplies. You don't have the men. You can't do this. You're going to either have to sacrifice territory or just call it off. Call it off. Sue for peace. You probably can get something out of the deal if you sue for peace now, but you wait any longer, you're probably not going to be able to. So sue for peace now. Move on.
Sue. What is sue as a whole? What's sue for peace mean?
Like you're coming to the table, trying to get peace terms. Like there's unconditional surrender, unconditional grant. Who's going to make you surrender and with no conditions, being that you're done fighting and
sure.
you will subject yourself to whatever punishment we so choose. Or there's conditional surrenders where you're suing for peace, where you're trying to get terms like, all right, look, we agree to stop fighting if you let us keep our slaves.
Right, which of course the North would have no issue with because this war is not about slavery.
Sure, the Emancipation Proclamation that Lincoln just tried to push. But he said, look, great opportunity to do it, though, because he did say, like, the state's in active rebellion. So if Trader President Davis said, all right, we're not going to be in active rebellion anymore, can we please keep our slaves? Lincoln probably would go, okay. But that's not, they're not doing that yet because Trader President Davis apparently is a stubborn man who's not willing to admit that he's lost already. But here we are. Anywho, Johnny, this whole week is going to come to an end on the 30th when Napoleon III is going to propose that Russia and Great Britain unite and make overtures for mediations in the American Civil War to end it because Russia and France and England are missing that sweet, sweet, cheap cotton and tobacco that they're not getting right now. So they're suggesting that maybe we end it.
So they're upset. They're upset because they refuse to recognize what the South has done.
Yeah, they're not. No.
They're a belligerent nation.
None of those countries are recognizing the South. What is being proposed here is that they unite and ask the North to come to peace. Like we'll mediate a peace agreement. We'll mediate a peace agreement.
Yeah, can we please get some of that sweet cotton from your little brother that is throwing a temper tantrum?
Yes. Yeah.
And refusing.
But my response,
and you're punishing them by not allowing them to give it to us.
Yes, my response to Napoleon here is you might want to get Mexico figured out first because they really showed you what for on May 5th. So maybe figure out them before you start poking your nose in other affairs that you're not really involved.
Yeah, that was a big deal there on May 5th. We should remember that forever, probably.
Cinco de Mayo, Johnny, is what we should celebrate. The 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo.
What?
We should celebrate it every year with lots of beer and alcohol.
Speaking Spanish.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
And Johnny, the final note that I have here, final sad note, that Major General Ormsby McKnight Mitchell, who's a prominent Union officer and an astronomer, he's going to pass away today of yellow fever in South Carolina. Not war-related injuries, just this is what happens when you pack a bunch of people together in tents.
What?
They're going to start dying off of disease in addition to bullet holes. So,
hold on. Who?
It doesn't matter. Just a Union general is going to die. So I wanted to.
But why is it? But why are?
Because general.
Why
Johnny,
Why
we have to give our generals their due credit.
Sure. No, I get that. So what's he done before? What? How? Because I probably just forgot. But have we mentioned him?
Mm-mm.
During this? No, we haven't.
Mm-mm.
He's just some guy.
Just some general.
Also an astronomer. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy, probably. And we're going to care about him.
Looks at the stars and the moon. Yeah. But not like the privates that all
yellow.
But I'm not going to talk
fever?
about any battle that didn't result in 100 or more deaths. Yeah.
But what? I'm just confused.
Because Johnny, us officers, we have to stick together because we are the gentlemen of the war, and if the gentlemen aren't remembered, who will be? So, and I'm reporting it, and I'm gonna stick by it.
Well, I mean, joke's on you, Tommy. I'm not gonna remember this schlup. Like, what? He hasn't done anything noteworthy in the past 2 years we've been doing this?
Weekly update
You keep giving us. I mean, it just feels like so long.
It just started in April. It's not even been a year, Johnny. It started.
Holy shit!
It has been a year. We are in 1862, so it has been a year and a half. Year and a half. We're not quite to 2 yet. April would be 2 years.
Okay, we've had dozens of battles with more than 100 people dying where you didn't list a single name, and now we're reading off this jackhole's name.
I listed the names of generals in those ones, too.
Yeah, who did something? Guess what General Astronomer Jackass Do-Nothing did? Nothing. All he did was die of yellow fever, which how many people in this war have died of yellow fever, Tommy? Thousands, likely. Hundreds,
Right,
maybe
dysentery.
I don't know, hundreds to thousands at least.
Tuberculosis.
And we're gonna call out Joe. I'm sorry. Well, for all of our listeners, let's make sure they remember his name. General what? Oh, you got to get your notes again because he's so insignificant after his death. You can't even remember his
McKnight
name.
Mitchell, Johnny. Ormsby McKnight Mitchell.
Jesus
Listen.
Christ, Tommy.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned to next week if we discuss whether General McClellan is going to die of yellow fever. Let's hope. That's it for this week in Civil War in Hindsight. If you enjoy Civil War in Hindsight, check out Historic Hindsight. We talk about all kinds of fun things, like how we thought it was really cool to put 19 people to death for witchcraft in order to get their sweet, sweet land.